girl, because who was about to get kidnapped? I was not about to keep trying to get kidnapped. So I was out here running DoorDash, running. I'm talking about running it. I was making a band a week. You hear me? A band a week in DoorDash. And it was cool. Like, my friend, she was doing Instacart because she like Instacart. I don't really like grocery shopping for nobody else, so I ain't really want to do Instacart. And them niggas won't let me on there anyway. So, you know what I'm saying? It just was what it was. So I was on DoorDash and I was running routes. I'm talking about a band a week, right? So that was cool. It was like, you know what I'm saying? A few hours here and there, like, I'm like, let's see how we can try this out. So my friend, she live in Florida, I live in Texas, and she worked third shift. So sometimes, like, when she off, she'd get up, she'd go do Instacart. I'll do DoorDash. We'll get on the phone together, blah, blah, blah. And then when she at work third shift, I'll just be on the phone where I'm with her while I'm DoorDashing. We had it down to a science. Like, I knew the neighborhood was going, I knew how to navigate the app, all those things. So I was like really finessing. And then at one point, they had like these extra little money bursts. I'm talking about catapulted my numbers. So I'm like, it's like a game. And I really don't play games, but I was intrigued by this game. Maybe because I was getting paid. I don't know. But let me tell y'all, I was having the time of my life just running it up on there. Plus, for me being new to Texas, it was giving me an opportunity to find new restaurants, which is how I found the Coco Shrimp restaurant. And then also for me to find new areas, because I'm like, oh, I might want to live over here. What's up? So I was doing that. But I had to stop. I switched over to doing medical courier, and I'll tell y'all how I got into that, and I'll tell y'all where I was at. And so I switched over to doing medical courier, and I was making like a band a day.
A band a day?
You feel me? So I'm like, oh, okay, cool, right? So then, I'm gonna tell y'all how I switched over. Because my homeboys, they was doing it. The twins, they was doing it, and they like, Jazz, like, pull up, like, this where the money is. And I'm like, I keep hearing about it. Like, how everybody else thinks, like, I keep hearing about it, but how you get started? Like, I don't want to do that. Like, am I going to be, like, tied down to something? Because it's, like, mostly contracts and stuff like that. Like, DoorDash, I could just be like, all right, I'm a dash. Okay, I'm not. Like, yes, I could pick and choose. I like the freedom. Like, and I was trying to, you know what I'm saying, see what I can see and who I can see and be who I can be. So that was cool, you know, I'm like, all right. But what made me really be like, nah, I'm cool. It was like on several different occasions, I'm telling you, these people was trying to kidnap me. I am not lying. Like, they were really trying to kidnap me. And I'm going to tell you, so I did used to do those like Insta Dash features, like where you would go grocery shopping. I would turn that on, and I ain't even gonna lie. Those orders are normally higher than just picking up somebody at McDonald's and dropping it off. So I was doing those, even though I hate grocery shopping, but I could pick and choose. Like, okay, I'm gonna do this, okay, I'm not gonna do that. So one time I went to go and get, I had to go to Target. So I went to Target. They wanted like a vibrator and some condoms and some lube or something like that. So it was something like, hold on, what y'all got going on, right? So I took it and I went to go drop it off. I double checked the apartment door. Like, I circled around, you know, whatever. I double checked the apartment door. I took a picture and then I slid up out of there. So when I'm leaving, homeboy started fucking my phone up. Like, what's up? Like, where's my order? I said, apartment 804. Apartment 804. Apartment 804. Like, that's the address. He said, well, I just moved it. I don't know. Can you come? No, I'm not coming back. Like, man, I turned my phone off. Like, is you cool? Like, can't be. Like, so I'm like, oh, you thought you was about to have me drop off your products and you was going to use them on me? No, baby. No, sir. No, ma'am. No, thank you. So that was one. And I know you're probably like, what? But anybody with common sense, they know what was up. Another time, right, y'all? So I had to go do this order to McDonald's. It was only like a couple of dollars. But it wasn't a lot. It wasn't a lot of driving. It wasn't a lot, far distance, but it wasn't a lot of money. And I'm like, fuck, I may as well just, you know what I'm saying, grab it up. I'm right here. And then I pull up. The line is wrapped around. And I kept saying, like, man, I should end this because I don't feel like waiting because I don't have patience. I don't like to wait for stuff. So I'm like, I should just end it. And I'm like, no, I'm just go ahead. I'm not right here. So I pick up their little food. And I didn't even leave the parking lot, and homeboy calling and texting me talking about some, I used the wrong address, like nobody's home. Can you bring it to me? Blah, blah. Now I had somebody say, you know what I'm saying, they use their work address instead of their home address. So homeboy was like, keep the food, I'ma just reorder it. That's what he did, but I wanted to keep my points, so I dropped that shit off at the address it was selected, right? But this time, homeboy is like, yeah, can you drop it off? So I said, well, where is it at? Because, you know, it's GPS based. I said, is it close by this address? And he's like, no. I said, well, I ain't gonna better do it. So he's like, well, it's a park down the street. Baby, it's 10 o'clock at night. What you mean it's a park down the street? Like, nigga, McDonald's doors ain't even open. I had to go through the drive-thru. What do you mean it's a park down the street? I'm like, huh? I said, well, it's GPS based, so if it's not on that location, I can't even, they ain't gonna let me drop it off. Like, you know what I'm saying? They track my location. So he kept calling and texting. He was like, you know, you just go straight down this way. So I was like, yeah, it ain't gonna let me, so I'm gonna drop it off at the door. He's like, well, nobody's home. He's like, well, can you put it on the sidewalk? Don't put it on the porch. Baby, I walked up to the house. I didn't put it on the porch. I didn't put it on the sidewalk. I put it like in the middle of the steps, right? But it looked like somebody was home. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I get back in my car. Mind you, my friend in Florida, she at work. So she on the phone with me. And we talking the whole way through and whatever. And I'm like, bro, I feel like they trying to get me. Like, what's up? Like, it's dark as shit. Y'all saying, what's up? So I just had this eerie feeling. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I just dropped it off. And he was like, oh, okay, cool. And I told him, like, you know, where I had dropped it off. And then I slid, you know what I'm saying? Like, get up out of there. Y'all. 2 days later. Like, seriously. 2 days later, I'm on Facebook. And I'm scrolling. And it's in, like, DoorDash, Uber groups or whatever. Because it's groups for people, you know what I'm saying, if you're doing a little whoop. This girl said she had got an order for 2 sauces from Taco Bell, like the 2 little sauce packets. And she thinking like, oh, somebody got their food and they got their sauce. And I just really want to call her and ask her like, well, how much was the order for that made you go pick that up? Because I wouldn't have picked it up. Like, because I only do a certain amount. It just got to make sense, right? So... So she went and got the sauces and she driving and DoorDash call her and she like, yo, what's up? And they like, hey, bitch, don't drop that off. And she like, what you mean? They like, that's the setup. They gonna try to kidnap you, blah, blah. Like, we got plenty of reports. Whoop-de-whoop. Now, she not even in Texas, right? And she having this issue wherever the hell she was at. So I told my friend, I was like, friend, ringing her phone down like, let me tell you what I just read. I told you they was trying to kidnap me. She like, girl, I knew it. That's why I told you not to do it. I said, oh, bitch, they weren't going to be able to do that shit anyway because they weren't about to corner me. And he said to take it to the park and put it on the table. I was going to walk up to the table and put it on the table. They was going to try to snatch me up. They was going to all be in boxes, baby, because I'm trying to tell you, I just look like this. They was going to all be in boxes. You hear me? Because ain't nobody about to trip me out my spot. You hear me? So, okay, cool. So I was like, and it was another time, too. Oh, I took this man his groceries, and he told me that I had put it at the wrong door. And I'm like, nah, boo. And I started thinking, dang, I put it at the wrong door. And he was like, well, can you come back? No, this is the door that I put it at. Like, you know what I'm saying? The groceries is there. But I thought about it. The groceries that he ordered a whole bunch of groceries, and they had steps. They didn't have no elevators. It was like 2 or 3 cases of water or something like that. It was like, it was a case of water because one of them busted on the steps, like, and I had to pick everything up and take it and do it, all that one stuff. So I started thinking, I said, oh, baby, you thought you had your one. So what they do is, they try to, you know what I'm saying, bog you down with stuff so you can be distracted and they can disarm you and they can snatch you up. Baby, you're not going to snatch me up. I don't got time. I just be doing this. Like, I mean, I ain't going to die for it. You know what I'm saying? What I look like, dying over some McDonald's fries. So, I was like, you know what? I'm going to just go ahead and tap into this courier shit because it got to be better. Like, it seemed like it might be a little bit safer. And I'm going to tell you why it is a lot safer. And it's a lot more lucrative. So, basically, you sign up as, I mean, you're an independent contractor when you do DoorDash as well. Like, you're not an employee or DoorDash. You're an independent contractor. But at this point, you're going from hospitals and labs and stuff like that. Like, you do pick up some specimens from like residents and take it to the lab or take it to the hospital, stuff like that. But like, it's typically during the day. There are some like nighttime, but it's more, I don't know, cause shit, I don't trust nobody, to be honest, shit. But I mean, at this point, it's working out for me. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you, like I tell everybody else, baby, no matter what I do, I'm always be strapped. I don't care if I look like I'm strapped, baby, please believe I'm strapped. You hear me? So I do like it better, because all you doing is just picking stuff up, dropping up. Now, I'm gonna tell you what my drawbacks were. I'm like, well, if I'm going to pick up bags to throw up and poop and, you know what I'm saying, all that stuff, like, oh, that's gross, I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to do that. They're like, Jazz, you don't even really know what's in the bag unless they slip up and, like, say it, or, like, you said they run out of bags and they put it in a clear bag. Then you just swap it out. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I did, you know what I'm saying, I did tap in, and I will say what I did initially was just automatically just start dropping that stuff in the trunk. Like, no matter what car I was in, the stuff went in the trunk. So if I'm going to pick up something from like somebody's house or from the lab or whatever, if they put it in the cooler, if it's a duffel bag, no matter what it is, it's in the trunk. I don't want it in a car with me. I don't know what you got in there anyway, but I don't want to smell nothing. Even when I was door dashing, I was putting the food in the trunk. I don't want to smell it. Out of y'all food stink. Like, even food that I like and I eat, just, you know, the smell of food is just stink. And then it's in and out the car with all these different things. The smells just start to add up. Now your car smell like ass. No, your girl was not going, right? So, okay, cool. Now we got this out the way. I'm like, all right. So then I started to get into a rhythm, because I don't know what y'all got going on. So I keep me some lovey gloves, okay? So when I'm going to pick up stuff, I'm not transferring germs. And, you know, I got kids, and, you know, I don't want to transfer germs. Then I kept sanitizer on deck. Like, you just got to keep your sanitizer on deck, because we trying to stay healthy. COVID, dusty people, you know what I'm saying? People nasty. So that part. And then air freshener. I had to keep air freshener in my car at all times, because I don't know what y'all got going on. It might seep through the trunk. I don't know. I don't want to smell it. I don't want to be sick on the road. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to do that. So those are things that help to make it a little bit easier for me, and I felt a little bit more comfortable. Now, what I will say is, to get started, it's not that hard as it seems. Like, it's like starting up anything else. You gotta do the paperwork. You know, set your little business up, get the little LLC, the C Corp, blah, 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 whatever. Like, you can hire a whole fleet of people that can, you know what I'm saying, ride and drive for you. Now, imagine that when you start to build it out as a business, where you got people going to different locations for you, you subcontractor, that's what it's called. It's called subcontracting. They still gotta have a nice looking driving record. They still gotta have a cool background check, okay? They still have to do these things. They can't just, you know, roll up there and be like, well, shit, Jasmine sent me. And I'm like, who would you? Everything, you still want to go through the proper channels. And that's really when you go through the proper channels and you start fresh, building your stuff out from the beginning the correct way, it makes it a smooth transition into this business, and you're able to scale a lot faster and a lot easier. So, do it the right way, okay? So then also, so I got everything, you know, situated, okay, boom, boom, that's nothing. Because I've been starting businesses since the 9th grade. I went to entrepreneurship high school. So, of course, I can start a business. I know how to get an LLC. I know how to write a business plan. Yeah, okay, I did that. Ooh, the hard part's out the way. What's next? Now, some of these places, they want you to have certifications like bloodborne pathogen, HIPAA, you know, all those little things. I know about HIPAA, blah, blah, blah. I worked for Children's Services for 8 years, so, HIPAA's scary. Okay, I get it. But you don't have to have those certifications for every single route. You can, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to have these certifications for every single route. So you can have a route that doesn't require any certifications. They're not going to tell you that. When they all here rating these TikTok videos and stuff like that, they want you to run to them and buy their information. They're not going to give you the full whoop-de-whoop. And I'm not either. I'm not going to lie. I want you to buy mine too. But I'm going to give you the real on why it works and why y'all be fucking with it. Because y'all do. So, another thing is, if in this job market, period, in anything, any hustle, you need to know somebody. You need to know where to go. You need to know what to say. You need to know how to present yourself. You can't just show up like, hey, yo, I heard y'all was hiring courier drivers. Yeah, I want to be a medical courier. Yeah. You can't do that. You got to come up there like you got some sense. You got to look presentable on paper and in person. Like they giving you bodily fluids. They're giving you medications. Like, you don't know what the hell you're picking up, for real. Like, but you gotta be a little bit more of a professional tone. Present yourself accurately, right? Okay, cool. So now you got that out the way. Then you get to the point where you got to know somebody, because then they need to tell you what to say. They need to tell you who to look for, where to look. Like, y'all go on Indeed and y'all get to scouring the app, and let me tell you, you need to be careful on Indeed, because they be kidnapping people. And I got plenty of stories of how they try to kidnap me. So, yeah. You need to be careful on Indeed too. So that's another thing. You just going on Indeed, putting in medical courier, and it's just all these things popping up, and you like, oh shoot, I struck gold. I don't need to buy nobody guide. I got this in the bag. Yeah. Let me know when you're finished with this. They're kidnapping in the unallowed on Indeed, okay? Let me know. But anyway, it's cool. I got you. No biggie. You hear me? No biggie. So you set your stuff up right. You have your business plan. You have your script. Make sure that you have a script when you're talking to these people. It makes it a lot easier, especially if you have an email script where you can plug and play. You tell them like, hey, I'm X, Y, and Z. This is what I got. I heard you. Okay, you got this. I got that. Boom. There you go. As opposed to you fumbling around, you don't really know what to say. You're like, can I talk to your manager? We're gonna teach you who to talk to, how to talk to them. You're gonna say exactly what I tell you to say, and you're gonna get it every trip. You hear me? Now, also, what I want to tell you is to be leery of is these long, drawn-out contracts. I mean, it depends on what your preference is. For me, I don't like long, drawn-out contracts because I don't want to be committed to anything for too long. I'm not married. I don't want to be married to no daggone job. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to do the same thing all the time. Like, I be wanting to switch it up. I might want to go to Jamaica in the middle of the week. You never know. So, whatever is suitable for your lifestyle, be mindful of that when you are getting these contracts. A lot of times, y'all sign up for these contracts, y'all don't even read them. You just jump right in, you just sign on the dotted line, you just signed your life away. Now you're missing a kidney and you're trying to figure out what happened. Listen, read the contract very thoroughly. Don't be afraid to negotiate the contract. Like, okay, well, you know what I'm saying, we're not going to do this every single day. I can do 3 days a week. You know what I'm saying? I could do these hours because I got other contracts. Because you're not going to just do one contract at a time. You can do multiple contracts. And I'm telling you, if you get you a whole fleet where you got employees, that's a big boss status. You got employees. So you can negotiate your contracts and pick up the shifts that you want to. That also means you can negotiate your pay. Now, some people, they not really about to negotiate with you, but that's cool. Another thing is you have to have certain certifications like the bloodborne pathogens, the HIPAA, the hazmat, stuff like that. And in other places, they don't require you to have any certification. You just pull up. They be like, okay, girl, I got you. But remember, the more certifications and the more official you are, the more money that you can request, okay? It just comes with the territory. Y'all know how it is with experience and certification. And then the last thing that you need, because I'm going to get up out of here right after I tell y'all this, the last thing you need is a vehicle, right? Not just any vehicle. You can't just pull up with a 2007 Mazda. You got to pull up with at least a 2012 or more current vehicle. I honestly really don't understand that because I'm about to put 35 million miles on it anyway, but yeah. So with that, you have to have a vehicle. Unless you have a business vehicle in your business name that you just started, you need to have a personal vehicle to utilize. Now, a lot of y'all went and got them G-Wagons in 2020, so if you got a G-Wagon in 2020, you can use it for this. Now, if you didn't get a G-Wagon, that's cool. Now, if you need any funds to get started on your journey, y'all know your girl got you, right? I'm going to break it down for you. I am part partnered with over 100 different lenders that are helping you to get funded immediately. And when I say immediately, baby, I mean 24 to 48 hours. Now, you need to have at least a 500 credit score. You need to make at least $1,200 a month. So I'm talking about, this is for the people that's low on the totem pole in credit and finances. Right now, they will approve you. For most people that get approved, they get approved within 24 to 48 hours. Well, no, they get approved. You get approved on the spot. If you will start applying and then it tells you, keep telling you to apply, they playing in your face. They like, your credit profile not strong enough. But if you apply and they give you an offer, you get an offer immediately. Now, once you get that offer, you can go ahead and hit accept. Once you hit accept, that means that you agreeing to the terms and conditions, the interest, and how much they giving you and when they want to get their bread back. Now, once you hit accept, it also goes into your credit profile, which means it goes from a soft inquiry, like a little peek, to a hard inquiry. Now, listen, don't get scared, because if your credit is shot, this is your shot to get it back on track, right? So what you're going to do is you get your funds. They'll go ahead and disperse it to you, like I said, within 24 to 48 hours. You take that money, you get started on your medical courier journey. So if you need to take that money to get you a new vehicle, if you need to get some shoes, some gloves, all those paraphernalias, then use it for that. Use it for that. Now, once you start making money, make sure you start paying that stuff back immediately. You want to pay it back immediately so that you are able to borrow again. And now you can probably go and borrow from the big dogs. Not just the second chance people. You can go borrow from the big dogs. Right? Anyway, if you want to get all this information and more, I do have a guide to get you started in your first ever medical courier business. I'm talking about business plans, scripts, the whole shebang. I even have leads. So if you want that, it's going to be in the comments below. I want y'all to like, share, and subscribe. I want to see y'all every Monday. I'm trying to drop these money-making Mondays every single Monday. I'm trying, okay? Now, if you cannot get on here and get these money-making Mondays over on YouTube, I'm going live on TikTok every Monday evening. So you know what's up. You know where to pull up to. Until next time.